It is well established that sleep, along with nutrition and exercise, are the three most important functions of life. Sleep hygiene implies what can you do to improve your quality of sleep, whether you have a condition or not. But if you have a sleep complaint, certainly sleep hygiene is the first thing you should look at to improve your sleep. That is, what is sleep hygiene defined as? Well, establish a regular schedule of sleep, a regular bedtime and wake-up time. And it should be pretty much about the same whether it's Monday night or Sunday night. Keeping a regular schedule of sleep will entrain you for your internal clock, which should make it easier for you to initiate, that is getting to sleep, and if awakened, able to get back to sleep, and when you arise in the morning, feeling more rested, within the constraints of your total sleep time. So establishing a regular bedtime wake-up time is very important. We recognize that there is an internal clock that functions on light exposure. That is, bright light exposure, such as fluorescent lights, or bright lights emitting from computers that we work on just before we go to bed, suppresses our own internal clock time, and that clock time is melatonin release that turns off our wake centers. So bright light in the evening exposure can impair the brain's natural process of sleep initiation. The recommendation for sleep hygiene is within an hour to start winding down, and I think it's appropriate for all of us to practice this as a good method of sleep induction. That is, within an hour or two prior to bed, get off the computer, perhaps maybe off the television, kind of start winding down discussions with your children, your significant other, and perhaps engage in relaxation techniques. That is, to allow the brain to kind of catch up with the cycle of the internal cycle of sleep that helps promote good sleep hygiene. Other factors. We're aware of not only bright light exposure altering sleep, but also we're aware of caffeine consumption can alter the sleep as well as sleep architecture. That is, caffeine is a stimulant. And stimulants also are seen in over-the-counter medications such as ephedrine. In patients that in the past nasal sprays used to contain a component of ephedrine, so even when you had nasal congestion you would spray before going to bed. That would cause insomnia. So looking at the medications you take as well as what you consume that may be a stimulant and be counterproductive for sleep initiation or sleep hygiene. We always like to think that a good mental and physical health is important for sleep, and it is also well known that exercise 4 to 6 hours prior to sleep can help promote the release of that growth hormone that allows deeper stages of sleep. So it is suggested if you're going to exercise and it's going to have a larger impact on your sleep, should be done 4 to 6 hours prior to your desired bedtime. This is not to say that you should exercise just before bed, because as you can exercise, you can release endorphins, which are stimulating and actually cause difficulty getting to sleep. So the timing is imperative, 4 to 6 hours. Other factors, if you have some stress or things on your mind, pre-sleep rituals will consist of worrying time. And this is often an advice that I provide in our patients who have insomnia, that have marked difficulty with getting to sleep, that their mind doesn't shut off, it's constantly racing. Because these individuals, what they do is instead of winding down to sleep, they actually wind up and they start engaging in activating processes that promotes wakefulness. So that pre-sleep rituals not only includes winding down, turning down, but if you have things on your mind, perhaps a worry journal might be appropriate, so you could start delineating some of those concerns and worries, and then you could pick them up the next day. So I think that those are very basic concepts that anybody can use and practice on a night-to-night basis to improve sleep.